Hello readers, welcome back to PJL Books and welcome to today's showcase. Alrighty everyone, here's the rub. Although it's obvious to everyone that I gravitate around the medium of books, the simple fact of the matter is that I'm just flat out into darn good storytelling, regardless of where it comes from. That means not just books, but also movies, music, TV, video games, heck, even real life. If it tells a story worth hearing, reading, watching, or playing, then I'm there. I mean, my off-the-shelf series makes mention of movies almost as much as books. So it makes sense then that Showcase should also widen itself out to that wider spectrum too. Now bear in mind though that this will never be a bog standard review. Showcase will focus purely on storytelling, both good and bad. So it's high time that I showcased my first ever movie. And what better way to start than with Disney's latest animated masterpiece, Zootopia. It goes without warning, well it goes without saying I should say, but I'll say it anyway, spoilers ahead. My word, what a fantastic story this tells. It tells the story of a small town rabbit, Judy Hopps, moving to the big city of Zootopia and becoming a police officer. She holds Zootopia up on a pedestal, believing it to be a place where anyone can be anything. But it quickly becomes apparent that Zootopia isn't that perfect, and she faces barriers, cynicism, and discrimination at every turn, including her own. Yes, that description did just use the words cynicism and discrimination. I also deleted prejudice from an earlier draft of this, and yes, this is a Disney movie. Zootopia works so well for a number of reasons. A fantastic use of humour, a rich and impeccably realised world, a clever mystery to solve, but what puts Zootopia head and shoulders above even the cream of the Disney crop is just how the whole thing plays out as an allegory for, discrimination and prejudice in all of its ugly forms. Racism, sexism, and all of the other isms as well. You name it, Zootopia tackles it. And although it's a little heavy-handed and muddled in places, it offers a more convincing argument for tolerance and equality than 100 grown-up movies and books on the subjects have ever managed. The genius is in how Disney uses the concept of anthropomorphic animals, a classic staple of Disney since A Certain Mouse Steered a Steamboat, to deliberately play to the audience's expectations and prejudices and then expose them. I mean, in a police department full of big burly creatures like rhinos, buffaloes and elephants, how on earth could a little rabbit be an effective cop, yeah? And of course foxes are sneaky and cunning, right? And oh, haha, sloths are slow, how funny. And in a way, the audience is right. In the real world, the real animals are exactly like that. But in this world of Zootopia, where the animals have basically evolved to the same level of intelligence and sophistication as humans, you realise that their prejudices are based on not one's own understanding of that character's personality, but on their own assumptions and the fact that the animals judge one another based on that old animalistic form. Now that's when the lines start to get blurred with our own real world, and the result is actually a little disconcerting. The short stretch of the movie after Judy sends the whole of Zootopia into social meltdown after suggesting that predators are going savage due to their biology up until she and Nick settle their differences is one of the most poignant, dark, and political moments that Disney has ever committed to screen. The particular moment of when the mother rabbit pulls her little one closer when a tiger sits next to them on a train is uncomfortably real. The thing is, I've heard a lot of people talking about how this harkens back to the Disney of old, a return to form, when they weren't afraid to tackle heavy topics or go dark. But while I certainly agree that this is right up there with classic Golden Age Disney in terms of quality, I can't help but disagree. What exactly are these tough topic Disney films we're talking about anyway? Snow White? Dumbo? The Lion King? Well, perhaps, but lest we forget, these aren't original Disney stories, but adaptations of old fairy tales. I mean, The Lion King is basically Hamlet by Shakespeare. But Zootopia is an entirely new story cooked up by the House of Mouse. That fact, coupled with just how topical, timely, and powerful Zootopia turned out to be, bodes very well for the future of not just Disney, but also excellent storytelling with positive messages. I admire Disney for having the chutzpah to do it. More, please. And that's it for today's showcase. Thank you very much for listening, readers. The written version of this post is up on my website, the link of which is in the description below, along with links to all my other blogs and social media, so please check it out if you can. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.